Any final words, Tin Man, before I chop you up? As a matter of fact, I do, Wolverine. Abra cadabra. Meet my twin brother. Oh, God. Hola, amigos. It's Will here from Will's Custom Figures, coming at you today with a big bad breakdown of my very own custom Cyber from Marvel Legends, aka Silius Burr. So please, guys, sit back and relax while I talk you through how and why I made this figure and all the details in between. First things first, guys, let's meet his twin, his bigger twin, his more scary and intimidating twin. Oh my God, how cool do these two look next to each other? One of my favourite X-Men villains, and I'm so happy with how he's turned out. And definitely happy that I made my custom. So guys, first things first. Who is Cyber? Well, I'm going to give you a bit of an introduction. He was first in the Marvel Comics, and I believe it was Marvel Comics Presents number 85, 1991. And he is a mutant with the same steel bones as Wolverine's claws. He's got adamantium skin all over his body, and as you can see, really cool looking steel arms here on the official release, and I've replicated that here on my custom figure. Now, he's indestructible, basically Superman strength, resistant to all physical harm. And guys, I'm going to just move out this slightly smaller and less intimidating, but still pretty cool, badass Cyber. So that is from the official 5-pack, guys. I'm going to bring in a few other characters. God, he's so heavy. He's even making... he's making my little turntable move. And here is my my custom random figure. So let's just put him looking pretty cool there. Looking a bit like a badass on camera. And another custom that I recently created. Here is my custom Pretty Boy. And do you know what? As a set of 3 customs, man, I'm really happy with how these guys turned out. If you haven't seen my custom Pretty Boy and my custom random figures, guys, please check them out. And the links are in my playlist attached to this video. So yeah, thank you very much, guys, for tuning in to watch this one. Now, I'm going to bring in a couple of official Marvel Legends releases. And just while I do so, here's another nice little spin so you can see all the details on Cyber. Truly one of the most intimidating and badass looking characters that I've had the privilege to work on. So let's just move him out of the way. And I'm going to bring in fact, do you know what? Actually, here's another custom, another tank of a character that I wasn't happy with the official release. But yeah, here we go. Looking pretty cool. Good old Strife, another 5-pack character that I've done my very own custom with. But speaking of cool, badass characters from X-Men, here is one of my all-time favourites. I only got this a couple of weeks ago. It is Sabretooth. What an absolute chunk of a character this is. So happy to have this version in my collection. And of course, if you're going to have Sabretooth and you're going to have some other X-Men characters, you cannot do that without having the one and the only Wolverine. So yeah, there's a nice little comparison, guys. And as you can see, this Cyber is huge. I'm just going to pull the camera back a little bit. I am sorry for all the shoddy camera work. But look at the size, look at the intimidation. And that's what I wanted from my Cyber. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the front of the comic with Cyber on, but Jesus, this guy is massive. He's a chunk. And I think that was the thing I wanted to recreate with my comic book version of Cyber. Now, I really do, just moving these two out of the way, I really do love the Marvel release that they did. Let's just compare these both to each other. But I needed someone a little bit more intimidating, a little bit more sort of angry, battle-ready, intimidating. And do you know what? I really am very happy with how this turned out. I think one of the things when you're looking at custom figures is quite often, like with my Strife or with my Pretty Boy, the official release is as good, if not better, than what I've done as a custom. You know, you can always add in extra details and things with a custom figure. But this Cyber, for me, it just ticks every single box. And I'm so happy with him. And it was a pleasure to work on. So, guys, Sabretooth. Man, this guy, if Sabretooth was going against somebody like a Cyber, well, they're going to stand across each other, 2 villains. But Cyber's probably going to win that fight. I don't know what you guys think, but he's got enhanced senses. He's got durability. He even has claws with poison-tipped fingernails. A bit like a Komodo dragon. He would scratch or claw or injure his opponents and then allow them slowly over time to suffer the consequences of essentially like a snake bite or a Komodo dragon bite. That poison starts to work into their veins, a bit like a spider with its prey. And over time, this guy has battlefield tactics, and he's going to stalk and he's going to take out and he's going to kill his prey. I believe in the comic books he's from Canada, and in addition to that, he was also executed and hung for his crimes. But he comes back multiple times. This guy comes back from the dead and has done throughout a lot of the comics. So I'm going to talk you through why I made him, and then I'll get into the details of how. I just think that the official Marvel Legends release, as cool as he is, and he has got pretty cool paintwork and nice details on the face and so forth, I just think that the figure on the left, the official release from the 5-pack, is a little bit underwhelming. He's a little bit small. He also has pins. As you can see, there's a lot of pins everywhere. And to me, that wasn't what I had. I wanted something a little bit more chunky. So moving over to my custom, you can see there's no pins. These are actually the Colossus arms. Now, the shoulder joints, this is from the original figure, which was Caliban. I used clay to cover up the toes of Caliban here. I've covered up, I believe, Caliban. I can't remember now. I believe he's got pins here on the builder figure. I'm 99% sure he has, but check your Caliban figures, guys, just in case you want to clarify that. And also there would be pins here and on the inside, I believe, of the arms here. However, what I wanted to do is I wanted to take the arms off the official Caliban figure and then replace them with these really cool looking Colossus arms that scaled quite nicely with the Caliban body. So using that book, covering up all the pins, taking off the official Caliban arms and then replacing them with these Colossus arms, I had to drill some deeper holes and make sure there was enough movement in there. And these arms still do move. This is the Caliban shoulders. And I'm going to move this official Marvel release out just so I can show you a little bit more detail. But I really, really, really worked on and wanted to make sure that he could move without scratching everything, so you can get him in some really cool poses. Now, the paintwork is not perfect, but do you know what? With a custom figure, they're always going to take wear and tear. But this guy is a chunk. You can see, there we go. So the arm just come out there. You can see it's the normal builder figure just inside. And what I actually did is to get that nice silver all over here, I took them out and I spray painted the whole Caliban's shoulder joint and inside as well. So when you pop that in, just give it a nice little push. Boom. I think that's in there. Yeah, lovely. When you push that in there, when you move it and rotate it, it's going to maintain that nice, beautiful silver throughout the whole figure. Now, these hands, you can see there's a fisted and an open hand. I have got another open hand and another fisted hand for anybody that would be interested in knowing that you can swap those out. So you can doing 2 fists ready for a fight, or you can do grabbing someone and chucking them through the air. Now, for me, I wanted more intimidation factor than the 5-pack. He wasn't as imposing or as massive as I was hoping, so that is why I chose the Caliban and the Colossus arms. Now I'm going to do a little bit of a close-up of the face to talk you through how and the details behind creating that. Score photo, guys. Let's smile. You get no smiles out of that face, God. So as you can see, guys, he looks like the younger, smaller brother, don't he? Let's be honest. So this is actually the Colossus BAF Build-A-Figure head from their, I think it's Age of Apocalypse wave. The reason I wanted to use that head is because I love that gritting teeth face. I've used a couple of those heads in the past for various different customs. I used that on the Rekka custom figure. I love that face sculpt. And as you can see, there's some nice little details like the frown lines. The mask looks really cool. So what I had to do is I had to fill in the hole at the back so it actually looks like he's wearing an outfit. Filled that little hole in that's at the back there. Because he doesn't need to have the bandana. And then I also added on this nice little part of the mask that comes down at the side here using clay. Obviously a full repaint to make sure it looks cool, but it was pretty simple. The head was pretty much there for the taking. I didn't have to do much. As you can see with the official release, I don't know, man, he just looks a little bit dorky to me. He still looks like someone that's angry, but it's kind of Batman-ish a little bit. Definitely not as intimidating as I was hoping for him to be. Now, I'm just going to move the official release over and do a little bit of an up close with all the details. You can see on the face, looking really cool, still articulates up and down. Do you know what? Oh, it's been a while since I've moved this. There we go. And not scuffing the paint as well. So really, really happy with that. Took a little bit of time just to make sure that when I was moving him around, he wasn't going to be scuffing massively. Same with the shoulders as well. Really happy with how they've turned out. I don't think I actually cut any of the space away between the shoulders and the torso. Now, I'm not going to do it, but if I'm crunching him a little bit, it's not wearing off the paint, which is good. And same as with the back as well. I don't believe that's wearing. You can see a little bit of the original Caliban colour coming through, but it is going to scratch if you're articulating him a lot. I just wanted this guy to look very intimidating, backing up, I don't know, a crew or other cyborgs and robotic characters. Now, I've not done lots of dry washes and everything else like you'd usually see from my customs. I was just really happy with this sort of beautiful comic book blue. I can't remember which blue that it was I used. I think it was either ocean blue or magic blue. May well have been magic blue looking at it. And as you can see here, using a nice clay, I actually use Super Sculpey clay to cover over completely the toes there, because there is a break, I believe, from the big toe to the rest of the smaller feet, the smaller parts. And yeah, a bit lazy. I probably should have painted the feet, but haven't. And yeah, I'm very, very happy. That is one ugly school photo. Whether or not his mum would order it and have it on the wall, I don't know, but I certainly wouldn't. And here we go, guys, for the final part of the video. Here he is with a lifeless Wolverine. He's just absolutely destroyed him, beat him down, and got rid of his dead body. So yeah, as you can see, whatever pose you're going for, this is going to look pretty cool on the shelf. And just another character there that the Cyber has rivaled with over the years, Lady Deathstrike. Of course, you got the official cable here that was recently released. Xmen, of course, are tied very, very closely with Cyber. Now, Cyber has had rivalries with the likes of Wolverine, Sabretooth, Lady Deathstrike, as I mentioned before, who are most notable. But he actually has a lot of connections with Wolverine's son, Daken, and I believe they used the skin off his arms and off his body, the adamantium skin, to create Daken's claws. Sort of researched that as a nice little interesting tidbit that I wanted to include in the video before bringing it to a close. Now, how would I rate this as a rating? I'd probably give about a 9 out of 10. The reason I wouldn't rate him any higher is because I would like to have took the time to cut away more of the shoulders, cut away different aspects like around his bum where it joins the upper legs and so forth, just so there isn't much of the paint wear and tear. Maybe like an alternate head, bigger, more muscular areas of the body. But I'm really, really happy with how he's turned out. I could not be more happy. And when you're comparing him to another chunky character, as mentioned before, like a Cable, man, do you know what? He absolutely towers over the competition. So my final reflections, man, this is an absolutely brutal character. He is in a blood feud with Wolverine. And do you know what? Their past links to Wolverine's evolution from just a badass into a hero, really. I think he's underutilized and somebody that probably goes under-mentioned, under-noticed, and underappreciated a little bit. And just as a final standoff, and something that I was really happy with, you can see here that using the Colossus arms gives you the option, which I'm really happy with, to have the fisted hands. Why on earth the official 5-pack release didn't come with fisted hands, I don't know. But this guy crushes, he destroys people, he beats them up. And unfortunately, I felt a little bit underwhelmed by this release. It was reviewed by Shartimus Prime. Absolutely brilliant review as well. So guys, that's it for this video. What's next? Guys, Fortnite has Mephisto in it. My son is a big Fortnite player, and I have created and finished 100% my Mephisto figure. I'm going to do a review of him in the next week or two. I've got the Goblin Queen coming, and I've added a few nice little details to that figure that I think you guys are going to like. In addition to that, I've made Rintra to go with Doctor Strange and some of the other really cool, obscure characters out there. Please, guys, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and just a little teaser for something I'll be working on. I think I mentioned this last time. Oh, yeah. Thank you to, I think it's Dashio Creations, for this awesome, awesome looking bishop head. But funnily enough, it scales pretty well with this. Yeah, I'm going to turn this cyber into Jackson Briggs from Mortal Kombat. So that video is coming up very, very soon. If you've liked this, please give me a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know on Facebook, Instagram, or here on YouTube what you think of this video from Cyber and from his bigger, more intimidating, badass brother. I will catch you guys on the next one. Adios.